Now, the president emphasized that he was the reasonable party in this conversation. He said that he, Senate Democrats, and House Democrats have all proposed plans that include some combination of new revenues to close loopholes, tax loopholes for the rich, and spending cuts, which they believe is a sacrifice, a concession to the Republican narrative and to the Republican side, to replace sequestration with a balanced package of deficit reduction that would equal roughly $1.5 trillion. Here's how he described his plan.
Hundreds of thousands of Americans to the unemployment rolls. This is not an abstraction. People will lose their jobs.
And of course, in element 5,
might tick up again.
He talked about the specifics of his plan as opposed to what he claims the Republican plan is.
And so far, at least, what they've expressed is a preference where they'd rather have these cuts go into effect than close a single tax loophole for the wealthiest Americans.
Now, of course, House Speaker John Boehner, the most powerful Republican in Congress, or at least officially the most powerful Republican in Congress, took issue with this characterization. He basically said in an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal that this was the president's fault. Here's what he wrote. Most Americans are just hearing about this Washington creation for the first time, the sequester. What they might not realize from Mr. Obama's statements is that it is a product of the president's own failed leadership.